What if I told you the new queen of women's MMA might already be untouchable, and she just dropped a bombshell on the sport? Picture this: Dakota Ditcheva, undefeated and riding high as the PFL's women's flyweight champ, not only cruises past a live-wire challenger, but then immediately re-signs with her promotion. It sounds like a blockbuster movie twist, but this is real life. Fans expected fireworks, and they got them, on the scorecards and backstage.
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together, so hopefully we can carry on bringing crowds like this, because you guys really set a standard, so congratulations, guys.
After that Octagon celebration, Ditcheva stunned everyone by announcing a new multi-year contract with the PFL. In her post-fight interview, she revealed, "I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together." The arena buzzed. The undefeated 26-year-old is staying put. Suddenly, she wasn't just a champion, she was the champion keeping the PFL women's flyweight division front and center. Analysts are calling Ditcheva perhaps the face of the PFL brand. With her signature smile, Ditcheva made it clear she's not going anywhere, and the PFL just locked down a future superstar.
Yeah, I think I've injured my left arm, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long, and then I've come back and I'm injured again, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much.
On paper, Sumiko Inaba was a wild card, a massive underdog against the bruising Ditcheva. From bell to bell, the result was never really in doubt. Ditcheva landed blistering front kicks, body shots, and crisp combinations all night. In round one, Inaba charged in looking for a title upset, but got taken down and stiff-armed by Ditcheva's reach. Ditcheva even clinched to neutralize Inaba's offense, then peppered her with kicks and punches at range. Inaba had her moments, but Ditcheva's power advantage and precision win every exchange. By the final horn, she'd thoroughly dominated every round, cruising to a unanimous decision, 30-27 on all cards. Even a painful mid-fight injury couldn't slow Ditcheva. Midway through the fight, she admitted afterward, "I think I've injured my left hand," yet she never backed off. For 15 straight minutes, Ditcheva put plenty of hurt on Inaba, barely looking troubled herself. The champion later said she was more gutted about the injury than in real danger of losing. In short, Ditcheva was the clear boss of the cage, protecting her unbeaten record even with a wrench in her armor. That win officially moved her to 15-0 as a pro, and she did it with style. Ditcheva's dominance hasn't come overnight. In just a couple of years, she's blasted her way through every level, bullet-pointing her meteoric rise. 2023 PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Champion. Ditcheva tore through PFL Europe last year. She KO'd Valentina Scarici to claim the inaugural Europe Flyweight title, showing she belonged on the big stage right away. 2024 PFL World Flyweight Champ. In 2024, she graduated to the global PFL season and never looked back. Ditcheva ran the table, 4-0, against top fighters, including ruthless finishes over Chelsea Hackett and Jenna Bishop, before stopping former UFC title contender Taila Santos in the PFL World Finals. Undefeated and finished, she's 15-0 in MMA and got there the hard way. All but 2 fights ended early. In fact, Ditcheva has finished every single one of her 9 PFL opponents. That's 12 career knockouts or submissions out of 15 wins, an unreal resume for someone not yet 27. From junior Muay Thai world champ to British prospect to PFL superstar, Ditcheva has built a blur of wins. With each highlight reel kick and knockout, she's cemented herself as a can't-miss talent in women's MMA. With star wrestler Kayla Harrison leaving the PFL, the promotion needed a new champion to rally around, and Ditcheva answered the call. Right as Harrison jumped ship last year, Ditcheva was rising to Europe champ and then world champ. Suddenly, the spotlight shifted. Her exciting style and undefeated record make her the perfect person to carry the PFL brand for women's MMA. MMA media have already pegged her as perhaps the face of the PFL brand. The PFL faithful know when Ditcheva's next fight comes around, the MMA world will be watching. Dreams become reality when the grind is real, and Ditcheva lives it. She splits her time training in Manchester and at American Top Team ATT in Florida, rubbing shoulders with other elite fighters. One training partner stands out, Kayla Harrison, now a Bellator champ. Ditcheva gushes about Harrison's work ethic, saying the Olympic gold medalist is the hardest worker in the gym. Watching Harrison's nonstop running, biking, and daily gym grind keeps Ditcheva hungry. In her words, having a warrior like Kayla around is second to none motivation. No wonder Ditcheva watched so polished. She's in a top camp with champions as role models. So what's on the horizon for this rising star? First up is more PFL gold. Ditcheva's win in Cape Town mocks her in the semifinals of the 2025 PFL Women's Tournament. She'll face the winner of Liz Carmouche versus Jenna Bishop on August 15th for a spot in the finals. Win that, and Ditcheva is right back in the World Championship mix. Outside the PFL, talk is already buzzing. The UFC apparently tried to trade for Ditcheva during the offseason, but the PFL shot it down. Fighters and fans dream of cross-promotion matchups, especially against Valentina Shevchenko, the UFC's dominant flyweight champ. Ditcheva herself has been asked about a Shevchenko fight and joked, "Sign me up for that." She knows Shevchenko is one of the few who could challenge her and says she'd love to prove herself. For now, though, she's focusing on the PFL. After the fight, she even mentioned wanting a big show in her home, Manchester. Heading into Dubai, I really want to do a Manchester card, and I think PFL are the people to bring it to Manchester. Whether it's PFL finals in Riyadh, a hometown event in England, or someday a blockbuster UFC crossover, the sky's the limit. Dakota Ditcheva's new contract is more than just business, it's a statement. The PFL has doubled down on its undefeated champion and future star. At only 26, she's already the best flyweight not in UFC, with a perfect record and 5 belts across boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. She trained with champs, beat champs, and now is the champ. Ditcheva herself notes she still has years to grow. You don't normally see champions at the top of their game until they're 31 or 32. That means we've got time to enjoy the ascent of this powerhouse. Will she become a legend? If her last 2 fights are any clue, the answer is a resounding yes. Buckle up, fight fans. Dakota Ditcheva's legacy is just getting started.
Talk about this fight. You've been waiting, but now it's here. You had the fight, you had the opponent. How excited are you to get back after it?
I'm happy to be back. I'm excited to get in the cage now and showcase my skills again.
Look, we brought Kayla into MMA from the Olympics, developed her into an 18-1 star, 2-time champion, and one of the greatest women, top 5 in the sport today. Nothing but pride for that, and nothing but respect for Kayla.
My management's in contact with them all the time. I'm always pressing, like, have they mentioned anything? And nothing's come up, so I'm just waiting. I'm just being patient, and I feel like my whole career I've always it's gone the way it should. I've always been patient, let it happen how it should, and that's kind of what I'm trusting in this.
Yeah, no, definitely. There is definitely a little bit of jealousy, I think, and a bit of frustration from a few fighters, and I get it, but like you said, it's a business. Like, we have to be able to sell these fights in order to get paid. Like, if you want to get paid, do something, like, make your fight, like, exciting, or, get on social media and make an effort, or, like, you have to, the people that we're mad at these fighters, certain fighters making money, but if you look at the ones that are making money, it's the person